U.S. troops have officially begun a full withdrawal from Afghanistan. President Biden says the process is expected to be completed by September 11th. Many of the troops on their way home are statistically likely to suffer from post-traumatic stress disorder. Vice News reports PTSD impacts at least 20% of Iraq and Afghanistan veterans. But the drug MDMA, commonly referred to as ecstasy, has been proven to reverse PTSD in some veterans who were otherwise unable to treat their symptoms. Vice News producer Ben Anderson joins me now. He has been reporting in conflict zones for almost 2 decades and decided to undergo MDMA-assisted therapy himself after being diagnosed with PTSD over a year ago. So Ben, welcome. When you talk about MDMA-assisted therapy, this is different than the substance sold on the streets, correct? Tell us about this drug and why does it appear to be so effective in treating PTSD?
Well, the correct dose is given to you by the therapist, or 2 therapists in this case, who administer the therapy. So it's not like you're giving someone a large supply, which they could, potentially abuse or use in a way that isn't recommended. And I would call it MDMA-assisted therapy, just because the MDMA actually allows you to benefit from the therapy in ways which maybe you wouldn't be able to normally. I couldn't admit that I had PTSD for a very long time. And the MDMA just dissolves all of the resistance you might have to, either thinking you have a problem or facing up to whatever it is which is troubling you the most.
Well, let's go ahead, Ben, and take a look at some of the reporting that you've done on this.
I got my brain scanned by 2 doctors at Yale who are working with the VA on advancing breakthrough PTSD treatments.
If we look at all PTSD symptoms together, numbness, arousal, avoidance, flashback, we see that the main issue on average is reduction of connectivity in the anterior hippocampus, this area, and the amygdala as well, which is in front of it. The more numbness they have, the less overall connectivity they have in these areas.
Early studies suggest that MDMA and other psychedelics may enhance the brain's ability to recover after traumatic experiences.
Maybe MDMA opens a window of plasticity, recreating or re-enhancing the ability for new emotional learning, new social learning.
Think about it as you have kind of psychological roadblock. And this is, you get this window to overcome this roadblock and have a different psychology that gets you out of this vicious cycle.
So, Ben, that's what you were referencing earlier. Tell us more about what your experience has been like in using and undergoing MDMA-assisted therapy, and how does it compare to some of the other PTSD treatments that you've tried?
I tried many others, and most of them, in fact, pretty much all of them had little or no impact. And it's interesting, if you hear what the expert said there, because I'd spent so much time in dangerous or traumatic places, the fight or flight part of my brain, the amygdala located at the back, was just essentially hyperactive. And that was all my body was able to listen to. And when that becomes normal, that's when the numbness, which he described, becomes your, the kind of the way you are most of the time. And that's not just when you're at war, but that's also when you get home as well. And it's not just numbness to things like physical danger, it's numbness to everything. So everyday pleasures, seeing friends, enjoying dinners, enjoying family, the numbness is even with you at times like that.
And so, again, just the idea that this allows you, as we heard there, to regain this sense of emotional relearning and reconnecting, right? Because you were in that sort of hyper-vigilant state for so long, that became normal for you.
Yeah, and essentially the MDMA, by increasing the neuroplasticity, as they said, it allows your entire brain to provide context. So, it's a very obvious example, but if you hear a car backfiring on the street, the rest of your brain can say, it's okay, it's just a car. Whereas the fight or flight part of your brain, if that was dominant, that might have made you think you were under attack. And that's, when you hear stories about people jumping or even worse, reacting violently to what they wrongly perceive is danger.
Well, Ben, what have veterans told you about their own experiences with MDMA-assisted therapy?
I mean, I've interviewed a number of veterans who said they were suicidal. One literally said he had a gun to his head and pulled the trigger, and luckily it backfired. I think the best story is a veteran from Iraq who said to me that the worst symptom of his PTSD was the guilt he felt because 3 of his friends were killed, and he always wondered if there was something he could have done to have saved them. And that's very common, even though there probably wasn't something he could have done to have saved them. But he said in his very first session with MDMA, he imagined being his friends, his dead friends, and they were talking to him and they saying, look, we want you to enjoy your life. We want you to enjoy everything that's available to you. And he said they essentially gave him permission to start living again. And that was all he needed, was that permission. And he's now doing really, really well. And he actually cancelled the other 2 sessions. You're supposed to have 3 sessions in total over 3 months. He just got that 1 session. And so far, it's been enough for him.
Wow. Well, Ben, what are the drawbacks of using MDMA? And have you or anyone you know experienced any negative side effects?
For the patient, there are no drawbacks at all. I mean, you're monitored by very qualified people. It's a very clean, relatively small dose. The drawback of the MDMA-assisted therapy is that you need 2 trained therapists at your bedside for 7 or 8 hours, and that happens 3 times. And you need talk therapy sessions in between those MDMA sessions. So it's a very expensive procedure, and obviously there aren't that many therapists around who can, be bedside for that many hours for each individual patient. So that's going to be the stumbling block, is just getting enough people who can administer this therapy.
Well, MDMA is illegal in the U.S., but you report there have been clinical trials to use the drug for medicinal purposes. What's the status on that, Ben? Is that something that could soon be prescribed by healthcare professionals?
So MAPS, who are founded by a guy called Rick Doblin, who's really been fighting to get this legal for over 30 years, are about to release the results of their 3rd round of trials. And I believe those results will be as good as the first 2 rounds. And they're saying there's a success rate of at least 65% among veterans and first responders with PTSD. I see no reason why, once those 3rd rounds of results come in, the FDA won't fast track it. They've already given the drug breakthrough drug status. So I think within 2 to 3 years, this could be legal across the entire country and hopefully widely available.
And Ben, I'm just wondering, what is your life like now that you've undergone this MDMA-assisted therapy compared to what it was before you were able to undergo this therapy? There are very few silver bullet solutions. The MDMA helped me enormously, but actually during the pandemic, I've actually spent more time away from war than I have in my entire adult life. But if I look back at what I was before I started the MDMA therapy, then it's night and day difference. But there's still some way to go. In many cases, especially if you have chronic PTSD or if you've lost friends, as I mentioned earlier, in reference to that Iraq war veteran, that's going to have some effect on you for the rest of your life. But of all the things I've tried, and I tried at least 10 different therapies, MDMA was by far the most useful to me. I'm glad to hear, Ben, that it has had some benefit to you. Best of luck to you, Ben. Thank you very much, Ben Anderson.
Thank you very much. Thank you.